What's up, everybody? I hope you have a great day. Before we get into this at all, let me just go ahead and
Disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
yeah, we don't want to get a strike. So I got to pull this up. I want you guys to listen to this before we even get started. All right. Check this out.
In all these speeches, as good as they were, is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems in the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow it's still all Trump's fault. And somehow she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it?
And that's a very valid point. All right. She's been in office. She's still in office right now, running to be the president. But you can fix everything that you say you want to fix literally right now. But we know that's not what you're going to do because it's just another lie that comes from the Democrat side. This is what they say. Oh, we're going to do this for you. We're going to do this. We're going to fix everything. Everything's going to be fine. And then they don't do nothing. All right. Check the history. That's all you got to do. So last night, you guys know I was streaming. And want to say big shout out to everybody. I got like 500 new subs on YouTube. My Facebook, it's going great. Every X going crazy. So thank you guys for that. But we got a lot to discuss right now because police was out last night all night. They were out there arresting people. It was mayhem. And it's supposed to be worse tonight. So I'm going to stay on top of that for you guys. But you know, yesterday at the DNC, a lot of stuff we didn't get to talk about. Good morning, Dawn. Good morning. We didn't talk about a lot. You know, we just show what was going on in the streets. So I gotta show you guys something real quick. Check this out. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. All these pastors, reverends, all these reverends come out, right? And then you have Steve Harvey. You know, Steve Harvey. I don't know if you guys are familiar with not Benny Johnson, Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson came out and he called them out. He called out all these talking heads. He said, they paying y'all. They paying y'all to talk. They paying y'all to say the things that you say, right? And my man Steve came back with a response. So I wanted to play Harvey's response for you guys. Now, you know who Steve Harvey is. Steve Harvey, he's a talk show host. He's a radio personality. He's not really an actor. I mean, he had the Steve Harvey show, but he never could get into the acting scene because he sucks at acting. All right. But that ain't all he sucks at. He sucks at doing his job. He say that he represents black people and the airwaves and all of that. And listen to what he says. I'm just gonna let y'all hear it, and then I'm gonna say my piece about him.
Nothing for $10,000. Don't even insult. Don't insult the brand equity that I've built over these 30 years of television. I just don't, man. And I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands as opposed to Donald Trump's hands. That's why.
Mind you, this is the same dude that loved Donald Trump before he became president. All kind of pictures with him and never had a problem with him. But when he ran for president, he switched up just like everybody else. A lot of people came back to the fold and they're like, you know what? All right, you was right, bro. I see the error of my ways. The country's on fire right now. Without you, we need you back. But this fool, he's doubling down.
I do it. Now, me and Ricky Smiley.
Dress wearing Ricky Smiley, who was also a radio personality, semi-actor, he a comedian. But come on. I mean, you got your fame, bro, by portraying a crackhead and putting on dresses. All right. which Ricky Smiley I used to like. It used to be funny to me. But now, you just another one of these zombies, bro. Another one of these bots. That's it. So we're going to keep it going.
Happen to be on the same page. Now, we Q's now. And so is D.L. Hughley.
Another
And
one.
Q's kind of run the airways of black radio.
Okay. All right.
That's- The Q's is running the airways of black radio.
All right, Purple and Gold.
Okay. But we also understand what's at stake here. So no, I haven't received a single dollar from anybody to do what I do. And I'm doing it gladly for free.
Yes.
And I'm going to freely have her on here again and again and again. I am going to freely ask soft-ass questions. I am going to freely lob the basketball so she can slam dunk all these questions. Yes. I'm going to freely sit here and agree. So the black vote is not for sale. But it is a very important block of votes that can control the outcome of this election.
All right. So y'all just heard what he said. He said that he's doing it for free. Everything that y'all heard him say, he's doing it for free. Now, let's get it right, man. You don't own your radio show. You get told, you got a boss. You get told what you're going to talk about. He's a part of that same little club that, look, will give you your fame, will let you keep your fortune. All you got to do is whatever the hell we tell you. All right. That's why you get out there and say the things you say, because there's no way. Well, I mean, you could be that stupid. You could be that stupid to believe the things that you're saying, but I mean, I kind of don't believe you are. I know you are a backwood, country ignorant month. And not to say that brothers is from the country, it is, but he is. This brother is. All right. And for him to say that the black vote is important, it's an important block of votes. And that's why I'm gonna throw I'm gonna lob the ball so she could slam dunk it. I'm gonna ask the soft questions because he's trying to manipulate the people. He's trying to give her a leg up so she can look good to the people. That's it. It's not that he cares about issues. Otherwise, he would ask about issues. He would ask her about issues within the community. But he's not trying to do that. Like he said, he's doing this for free, which means I got told this is how I'm supposed to talk to her. I got told this is what I'm supposed to do. So I got to do it because I'm already getting the bag. All right. He could try to act sincere and all that, but it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. If you really cared about the country or the people, you would ask the real questions that the people are asking. Since you got the black airwaves, as you said, if that's the case, why aren't you asking her about issues that people care about in the community? Like you said, though, bro, like you said, you're going to continue to ask the soft questions till you trying to make her look like a shining star. It ain't going so well. It ain't going so well. I'm going to take this food down off the screen real quick. We're going to keep this thing rolling, man. I can't stand people like Ricky Smiley, y'all. I can't stand people like Ricky Smiley. I can't stand people like Steve Harvey. I can't stand people like D.L. Hughley. I can't stand it. So then we move over to the DNC, right? Now, I don't know how many of you all watched it. It was a couple of mic drop moments, I ain't gonna lie. Barack Obama. Obama had a funny one-liner on there, man. He's quick-witted. I will stand by that. He's the GOAT when it comes to speaking. But at the DNC, they were giving out free abortions. Free abortions at the DNC. Okay? Now, don't you think it's crazy when you got pastors and reverends and priests and all these people going to the DNC? Okay? And they say that they believe in God and that they practice what's in the Bible and they so holy and they take your money, Shout out Al Sharpton, that crooked motherfucker. But my man, and I'm just calling it like it is, Al. I got no personal gripe with you. I don't know you, but looking at your history, I'm just saying, bro, you're a pimp, you're a pulpit pimp, which, hey, get on how you live. But you professing that you are a reverend and that you preach the word of God. So how you you priests and you reverends and you pastors, how are y'all gonna go and support the DNC while they out there killing babies in the front? If that shit ain't the height of hypocrisy and fucking lies, deception, you're deceivers. Y'all are some fake ass people. That's just the only way I can put it. And anybody that's following these people and you profess that you believe in God, that's some fake ass shit. See, I talk the way I want to talk. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a reverend. Don't claim to be. I'm not holier than nobody. Matter of fact, I'm a bad guy. I'm just trying real hard to be good. But these fucking people are gonna lie to your face and make you think that they are really good people and they care about you and they just want what's best for you. No, they want what's best for their fucking wallet. That's the truth. That's the truth. All right. Let me show you something. Let me show you the state of the church right now, y'all. This is what's going on in some of these churches right now. Listen to this. This is for real. This is like blasphemy. This shit is blasphemous. That's the best way to put it. Listen.
Jesus were giving his sermon today, he might also have said, "Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness." Jesus were giving his sermon today, he might also have said, "Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness."
I can't make this up. I cannot make this stuff up, y'all. This is what is going on in some of these churches. They saying, well, if Jesus was alive today, let me stop you. Jesus is alive today. If you actually know the scriptures, he was taken up and seated at the right hand of the Father because he got up out the tomb, which is one of the bases of Christianity, is that he is alive. He is the living God. But you're going to sit up here and say, if he was alive today, Jesus would say, now you putting words in his mouth. Blessed are those who, I'm going to paraphrase, blessed are those who kill the babies, for they will be known for their loving kindness. You got to be out of your mind. You got to be out of your mind. Al Sharpton, Reverend, you got to be out of your mind. This is what you're promoting when you go to a place where they're literally sacrificing children in the front. And that's just how I'm going to put it. That's how I'm going to put it. I don't get what people see, you know, when they look at everything that's going on in the world. You ain't got to be a religious person to understand that what we just listened to is totally flawed. You don't got to be a religious person to understand when a reverend gets on a stage at the DNC while they out there doing what they doing or promoting the LGBT, and nothing against people who are a part of the LGBTQ community. I love everybody. You feel me? All I'm saying is as a holy person, how can you promote something that is totally contradictory to your religion, to your doctrine? How? It's the height of hypocrisy. I'm just saying. This shit it's sickening. It's sickening, man. I don't get it. I came home and I'm telling you, shit is just crazy. The world is on fire right now. That's how I feel. So I want y'all to listen to this sister, man. She had a really good message. It's a couple minutes long, but I feel like it's a very important message. So, and this is to all the Black Democrats. All right. If you guys could do me the favor right now of sharing this video out, I would greatly appreciate it. Like and share the video. This one is good.
I wanted to talk to you today about the Democrat National Convention that's going on in Chicago and some of the things that I observed. Now, the first thing that I observed, and if you go on any news telecast right now, you'll see it yourself. But the police presence, there looks to me like they're hundreds of police officers lining the parameters of the convention. Now, I just wanted to take you back, just maybe even a few months ago. Remember when the Democrats were so anti-police? When we had people burning the small businesses in Atlanta, and when they were tearing down statues in Washington, D.C., and all over the country, when they were burning down small businesses in Minnesota and in Wisconsin and all over, remember, all of them were anti-police. They didn't want police. It was fine for criminal elements to burn small businesses, to burn Black communities. That was fine with them. But now the people that were so opposed to police officers, if I'm not mistaken, Kamala Harris was one of them, Maxine Waters, all of
Facts.
the people that they call the squad, the most progressive part of the Democrat Party, all of them wanted to defund the police. Isn't that funny? That now all of a sudden these same police officers that they wanted to defund, now they want them there to protect them. It was not fine when we needed them, when Americans needed police officers to protect our communities. They did not care about our protection. The next thing that I want you to be aware of that I noticed is that they require ID to get into their convention. ID. Can you believe that? Didn't they just say this past week or a week before that they didn't think IDs were necessary and they thought that anytime someone requires an ID, it was racist because Black people did not have IDs. Now, so if we look at both of those situations, are we to assume that they're requiring IDs now to keep Black people out? Because remember, IDs are racist. So if IDs are racist and they require an ID to get into the Democrat National Convention, then I am to assume that their goal of requiring IDs is to keep Black people out. Now, they didn't mind forbidding IDs for illegal immigrants to go through our airports, for illegal immigrants to vote, and all of those things. But they do want an ID for a person to come into the Democrat National Convention. Isn't that such a conundrum? The third thing that I want you to remind you of is the fences. There are fences everywhere. And this is just me. I'm just looking at different newscasts and things and trying to formulate opinions on it before I get into the deep, whatever, their policies, which I haven't really seen that yet either. But before I get into that, I wanted to just look at the basic things that I see. The other thing, as I said, were fences. Now, I'm from Texas, as you probably know. And in Texas, remember, they were suing our attorney general and our state because they didn't think that we needed fences around Texas and Arizona to keep out illegal immigrants and to keep out drug trafficking, child trafficking, human trafficking. They were fine with all of those things. We didn't need fences, but they need all of these things that they always said they didn't. Now they need a police presence. Now they need IDs, and now they need fences. The hypocrisy is overwhelming.
She said it all. And I've been called this out. I've been called this out. When I heard that they was requiring IDs to get into the Democratic National Convention, they literally, I don't know if you watched my other live, but they got a checkpoint. You can't go through there. They got Secret Service and the police right there. Right when you walk in, they are literally checking your IDs. Why they can't do the same thing for the voting booth? You require for the Democratic National Convention, but you don't want voter ID? I don't understand. It's hypocrisy. That's what it is. It's hypocrisy. They built a big ass fence / wall around the DNC, but we can't have one on the border. It's wrong. Why? Y'all wanted them all here. Everybody that's going to that Democratic National Convention, you wanted all these illegals here. You wanted all the Venezuelans, the Nicaraguans, the El Salvadorians, the Hondurans. You wanted them all here. Why not let them in? They love you so much, right? The people of Chicago love you so much. Why you got to have all of this set up? Huh? Because the people of Chicago don't want you. They don't want you. And really, the immigrants don't want you. They just want what you're giving them. That's it. You know, it's real funny, like she said. You call for defund the police, Kamala. And then she didn't touch this, but you did a bail fund. You did a bail fund to get people out of prison that was protesting. and you yelled for defund the police, yet you were using Chicago police for these last 2 days, wasn't you? Yeah, what if they would have been defunded? Who would have defended you? Huh? If everybody would have listened to you, who would have been there to defend you? From all the people, from all of your people, the far left protesters that are out there right now calling you a genocidal maniac. Your own. They eating you. Y'all eating each other. And you still ain't said nothing to them. Ain't that just a shame? You ain't said nothing about what's going on with Israel and Gaza. Well, you did actually say something that you for Israel, and everybody understands that. But don't you think it's funny that you got all these people that are inside the convention with you that aren't really from Chicago, and the people that you do got in there probably live in the suburbs. They not from Chicago, where you're ruining with your policies of your administration with, old Joe, allowing all these people to flood into Chicago, ruining the communities, committing all kind of crimes, but that don't get reported on. You say, the migrants there is no migrant crime. Yeah. Tell that to the people in Chicago. I've showed it. It's Democrats, my brothers and sisters that are Democrat that happen to watch this video. Look, my beef ain't with you, because I used to be just like you. I used to be a Democrat. I used to, before I put on this hat. I was a Democrat. Once you wake up to this bullshit, you'll never go back. Once you take the red pill, you can't go back, because then you just start to see it for what it is. They want to create the chaos so they can control the situation. Why do you think they're allowing all these illegals to come over here and putting them in our neighborhoods? And when I say our neighborhoods, I mean lower class neighborhoods, man. It's the truth. We call it the hood, whatever you want to call it, blue collar America. That's where they're dropping them off at. Why do you think that is? They create the chaos so they can control the situation. They bringing them over there to piss you off, to piss me off, because we are going to see firsthand, when you already do. You got the people that go to the grocery store and you see the immigrants there with the link card that got tens of thousands of dollars on it for food stamps while you struggle, brother. While you working your job, working your ass off, maybe 2 jobs, and you can't make ends meet. You struggling to pay the bills. You struggling to get food. But these people, they getting it all for free. Everything. They getting cash assistance while you struggling paycheck to paycheck. They living their best life. Then they out there buying up the drugs, selling drugs. They out there buying up the guns, selling guns. They out there committing crimes. You seen what happened at Home Depot that I showed you guys over there in Chicago. They jumped on a security officer, and then the security officer was forced to, unalive him. Venezuelans. Now, I'm not saying that if you happen to be Venezuelan, I'm not saying all Venezuelans is bad. Don't do me how y'all tried to do Trump left. All right. Don't do me how you did him. I love everybody. Everybody who knows me and watches my channel, you know my stance. I'm for the people, period. I love the people from everywhere. All right. My beef ain't with the immigrants coming over here. My beef is with the Democratic Party, and my beef is with the people that come over here and ain't trying to make a better life, that are coming over here and committing crimes, selling drugs, taking over apartment complexes in Colorado, those type of people. I'm not for you. I'm not for you, unless you could get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? But wake up. Wake up. Democrats, I don't care what color you are. I don't like to play the color game on this channel. No matter what color you are, if you're a Democrat, you need to really take a step back, unless you're absolutely for this. And if you're for Marxism, communism, socialism, all the isms, that happen to be on the left. Do your history. Go through it. And you tell me anytime that this ever worked. And then ask yourself this question. If socialism was to be implemented in America, do you really think that we have benevolent leaders that would implement it the correct way? Think about it. You see how rich they get already. You see how they all in it for the money. The stuff that's coming out about Joe Biden and the money that allegedly was raised, not raised, but that he made, the money that he made in his little foreign dealings. I don't want to get into it too much because I don't want to get slammed on here. Do you not think that our leaders are corrupt? Do you not think that if socialism was to be implemented, that you think they would be put on equal footing with you? You think that they would just get what you get? Or would they live like kings while you live like a peasant? And then you can't do nothing about it because this is what you wanted. Think about it. Think about it, man. They out here telling you go green and buy electric vehicles and all of this while they getting on a private jet and flying around the world, going and having vacations in exotic places, putting all kind of emissions into the air. You really think that they gonna give up their lifestyle because they really want what's best for you and they just want everybody to be equal and have the same thing? They want everybody to have. You really believe that? You really believe that Kamala Harris wants to fix the border now? Do you really think Kamala Harris wants to fix the economy? Isn't it funny? She was just saying how great the economy was doing with Joe Biden, but now she has to fix it? Nobody's seeing the play here. Are we fucking that stupid? Are we that fucking stupid? You can't see it? I got to fix the economy. I'm going to fix the economy. I'm going to fix the border. And then they use that Republican talking point. Oh, or I'm sorry, the Democratic talking point. Oh, the Republicans wouldn't pass the bill. We had a border bill. We had a border bill and Trump blocked it. Really? Why did they block it? Was it because you motherfuckers put $65 billion in it to give to the Ukraine in a fucking border bill? Really? This is what y'all do. Oh, they blocked the bill. You ain't saying why. You got a whole bunch of shit in there, secret shit that you try to just slip underneath everybody's noses to help bankrupt America more and say, fuck you to the American taxpayer. That's why the bill got blocked. It's not because they didn't. The border was fine underneath Trump. Why not just leave it alone? Y'all really think she wants to come and fix something? Price gouging? I'm going to make things more competitive. Make food affordable again? Bitch, please. Please. You helped cause this fucking disaster. You want to fix the border all of a sudden. You was the border czar. Regardless of what the media tries to say now, they try to scrub it. They try to scrub it. No, she was never the border czar. She was never the border czar. It's millions of fucking clips out here with her being the border czar. You ain't never been to the border. Well, I've never been to Europe either. I don't understand. You got to be kidding me. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? What is wrong with y'all, really? Like, what is going on? Abortions in front of the DNC. Defund the police, but we need the police to protect us from the DNC. We don't want a strong border, but we need a strong border when it comes to the DNC. We did good with the economy underneath Joe Biden, but we got to fix the economy when I become president. Make it make sense. We had a border bill, but the border bill had stuff in it that wasn't for the border. It was for other countries. The fuck are y'all seeing, man? She still ain't got no policies. She still got no policies up on her campaign page. And y'all continue to fall for this shit. What the fuck is going on? You want to know what I think? I think that the Democrats know that they don't got a shot in hell at winning this election. I think that is known. I think that if they would have let it go to a convention, that Kamala Harris would have never got the nomination. Ever. But because they needed that campaign money, they needed all that money, they had to figure out a way. So they just threw her in there. I think that this is all a big money grab. That's what I think. I mean, you gotta really start thinking outside the box here, because you got Kamala Harris, right? Who nobody wanted when she tried to run on her own. Nobody wanted her. She's been the lowest rated vice president in American history. In American history. And now she's running for the president of the United States. You got to ask yourself what the hell is really going on behind the scenes here. And we know that the Democrats is all about money. That's really what it comes down to. They all about the money. So they needed that campaign money. Only thing they trying to do right now is raise some money. They know she's not going to win. There's no way. You got the people outside the convention. You would think it would be Trump supporters out there protesting this shit. It's Democrats. It is Democratic voters. It is supposed to be the far left's allies out there, and they are fucking rioting. But she's going to win? They don't like her so much. People flew from across the fucking globe to come over and go to Chicago to protest, which, by the way, brings me to my next clip. We're using critical thinking, y'all. Okay? Got to use critical thinking. Think about it. Think about it. I want y'all to see this right here. Where is it? Who's paying for this shit? That's the question. Look at this. Who's paying for this? Who's paying for this? They got U-Haul trucks full of shit, full of supplies. Think about it, Chicago. Think about it, Democrats. Who the fuck is paying for all of these signs? Professional made signs by the truckload. By the truckload. Who's funding it? Think about it. And ask yourself why. They went through all the trouble to pay for all these supplies, waters, signs, fucking masks, everything. Who's paying for it? They rented fucking what, 3 U-Haul trucks for this one spot. They all around. They are all around over there in Chicago. Who is funding it? Ask the questions. Who is funding it and why? Why? How the hell did all of these people, and you could tell, man, the people that they bringing out, shit, they not from Chicago. They definitely not from Chicago. They definitely are not from that walk of life. You're crazy as hell. Let me tell you, the police over in Chicago ain't playing no games, man. They not playing no games with these people. Y'all think it's sweet? Think it's sweet? Look it. You thought it was sweet. It was last night. You thought it was sweet. Now come on over. Come on. Get your ass over here. Now you're going to jail. Let's see how you like it in Crook County. Yeah. Let's see how you like it in the county, boy. You're not going to like it. It's gangland in the county. You're not going to like it. They don't give a damn about your protest. They don't give a damn about your protest. I'm telling you, you ask anybody, you go into Crook County if you want to. Go ahead. It's not going to be fun. Now, this brother right here also makes a lot of good points. I've been wanting to bring him up. Just listen to this. It's the logic. This is what I'm begging for you Democrats, all right? For you Democratic voters, which I love y'all. It's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? It's not your fault that it's not your fault. You'll get there. I mean, most people do. Especially once you grow, once you allow yourself to grow, you'll get there. You'll understand why people feel the way that they feel about the Democratic Party once you start studying. Don't just read your far left books. Don't read the Marxist books.
Kamala is running for president, obviously, and she's still vice president.
0 votes in the primary.
And how do you think that's possible that she suddenly just became the next best person to become president when she was the most unpopular vice president?
Well, because if they took it to an open convention, there's 0 chance she would have won. The only way to keep all the money they had raised this far was to install Kamala. So you saw it happen over a weekend. I mean, prior, MSNBC, CNBC, CNN are all talking about how Kamala has got the worst approval ratings of any VP in history. They're talking about how Biden can get her off the ticket. And then all of a sudden, she's the savior of the country. Like, give me a fucking break, dude. She's been the nominee for 28 days, hasn't done a single press conference, hasn't talked about policy. The 2 things that she's announced is no tax on tips, which Trump already said, and then JD Vance talked about a $5,000 child credit. Now Kamala's proposing a $6,000 one. Crazy.
You think she'll take control of the border finally once she becomes president, or do you think it's just going to get worse?
No, it's only going to get worse. It's just lip service. She's been the border czar. She didn't do shit for it. She wants to let as many illegals in to give them pathway to citizenship so they can vote. They're all going to vote Democrat. They're giving them free phones, free health care, free education, free money. Why would they not vote for Democrats?
He spit off facts. Y'all got to wake up, man. You got to wake up. If not, you're going to lose this country, man. I know it's like a thing, Trump talking point, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Do you hear me? So let's show some more of why it's a good thing that they didn't defund the police. Y'all thought, let me tell you something too, you protesters that's out there, right? Did you really think that you was going to come to Chicago and they was going to just let a repeat happen in 2020? They learned their lesson, especially the police. The police ain't going for none of that. None of it. None of it. Y'all really thought you was going to be able to come out here and do something? Look at this.
Move back. Move back. Move back. Back up. Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back.
Watch this. Watch this. My man got 2 nightsticks. Come on. Come on. He's a Jedi. He's a Jedi.
Move back. On 2 minutes, you guys got to back up.
You got 2 minutes.
You guys ordered. You guys got.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. They didn't go for none of it. It was mass arrest last night. Mass arrest last night in Chicago. Somebody did. Well, I heard a couple people actually got shot. Still no reports of it on the news. Ain't that something? No reports of it on the news. Still. Not a shock. Not a shock at all. All right. So last video I'm going to show you. Check this out. I ain't going for none of that in Chicago. Look at the people. Look at the type of people that it is. You see this kid? Like, they're not. Listen, you might be able to go to other cities and get away with your bullshit. But Chicago's not one of them places, man. And you better stick to downtown. You better not go outside of downtown. See, in Chicago, they believe in borders too. Yeah. You cross the wrong line and end up in the wrong neighborhood, it could be bad for you. Especially y'all got the mask on. You know, you ski masked up. You look like somebody that's not from around there. Don't go over there. All right. They already got a bad taste in their mouth from 2020. They already kicked you out once in Roseland. And that went viral. Threw y'all asses completely out. Don't do it again. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So in conclusion, everybody, what have we learned? Kamala Harris is a liar. The reverends, the pastors, the priests, they're all fake, phonies. They don't believe what they profess to believe, the thing that they teach. Well, they're not even teaching it anymore. Really, they done perverted it and created their own doctrine. So yeah, they're paid shills. Steve Harvey, he does it for free. Steve Harvey does it for free. The things that he says for free. Because, you know, he controls the black airwaves. So he's going to continue to make Kamala look good, asking her the softball questions, throwing her the ball so she could slam dunk it. Protesters getting their ass whooped in Chicago. Police, good job. That's crazy, right? Yeah. Back to true blue. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Back to true blue. Not all the blue, because some of them are assholes that need to be fired. Some cops just aren't good cops. But to the good police officers out there, I want to say thank you for protecting our cities. I appreciate you. And with that, everybody, I think I'm going to get up off here. Vote Trump 2024. If you have not registered to vote, if you don't know how to register to vote, hit me up. I'm sure I could figure it out for you with a simple, little search in your state and send you the form. Get it done. We got to get out and we got to vote this year, man. My man Trump. Matter of fact, before I get off here, Trump, I got a message for you too, bro. I don't know what it is lately. You've been seeming a little off, like a little, I don't know how to explain it. You kind of seem discouraged. It's the best way that I could put it. But let me tell you something. All right. A lot of us out here, we fuck with you, Trump. Straight up. We fuck with you, man. Regardless of what they say on the news, regardless of what these political talking heads on the left try to say, bro, if you go out to regular America and you talk to people who they don't think are educated, that come from where I come from, believe me, we are paying attention, bro. And we fuck with you. We seen what it was like underneath your administration. All right. Now, we ain't going to say that you're perfect. Nobody's perfect. But your policies was A1. Your policies was A1. We had a better America, a stronger America, a safer America. America was good underneath you. So don't be discouraged, bro. We still out here. This is why I'm doing these things. This is why I'm making these videos, trying to still get the word out to let people know who they need to vote for. All right. So you guys can help me with that. Everybody that's watching right now, if y'all care, y'all want to help Trump get reelected, man, we got to share this content. Go, man, and share out what you think is good. Share out the content. I'm putting out reels all the time. Share it out. Get the word out. We got to get people excited to vote. We got to. We can't have this shit going on. We cannot have 4 years, another 4 years of these fucking Democrats that do not care about this country. They only care about their pocketbook. That's it. That's all. So please subscribe, like, share, mainly share. Share the hell out of this stuff. Share the hell out of all of it. All right. Let's get it out. Trump 2024. If you disagree, that's your right, but this probably isn't the channel for you. But you can come back, maybe learn something. Peace.